She gonna be the next Joey Chestnut for real, man.
She biting snakes. She gonna get
Glizzy
Right?
Gobbler.
I don't
Bro,
say that 'cause
chill.
it's
It's
I
a
didn't-
2-year-old,
that's
Zach.
why-
I wasn't.
stopped.
I was
Zach.
literally like
Bro,
not.
you are a sick fuck.
in the literal sense of Glizzy
You gotta
Gobbler,
stop.
not
You
the
gotta stop.
sexual act, bro.
Oh, Jesus.
My fault. Listeners knew what I meant.
And if you ain't fucking with this podcast, then you're just a bitch ass trick.
Welcome back to another episode of Savor for the Pod, episode number 78. Your boys back, Phil, Luke, and then me, Zach Mom in this bitch.
Hello.
How y'all boys doing? Haven't seen y'all in a minute. Haven't talked to y'all in a minute, I feel like.
I'm doing wonderfully fantastic. Work is starting to slow down a little bit.
That's good.
This last week was kind of wild with how much shit I had planned. And all of my student leadership team, they're back. I got 2 GAs, 2 practicum students. So they're going to be doing a lot of like the delegating to my other staff, and I'm just going to be delegating to them, and you know what I'm talking about.
Phil, how you doing? You a week out from the big day?
Yep.
You ready? You mentally prepared? You physically prepared?
I'm straight, G. Work's still stressful.
No, we didn't ask you about that. Are you ready to clobber this guy?
Wait, can I get my?
Are
shit
you ready
off?
to pummel him into the ground?
Can I get my shit off? No, I'm straight. Work's been stressing me out still. Still a big learning curve, but we dealing with it. And then in terms of the fight, took it light this week. Just trying to heal some injuries, some nagging injuries. So, I want to go into the fight 100%, but that's never gonna happen. But I'm feeling pretty good, man. Getting my mind right. My mind it's been in a good space. Yeah.
Are you more or less nervous for this one than your first fight?
Yeah, just because it's an audience.
I asked 2 things. Are you more or less nervous?
He just said yeah.
I said yeah.
More or less?
You didn't let
Nervous.
me get
He
to
said yes, both.
You didn't let me get to that
Oh,
part.
okay, my
I said
fault,
yeah.
my fault.
And now so I would say I'm more nervous for this fight because there's an audience.
Okay.
So even though it was like my first tournament wasn't even, like my first tournament was a small audience. This is like the actual shebang bang. So it's like a crowd, walkout.
And then Miss Daniela, how is she taking it this time around? Is she more or less or the same?
I don't know. She got her ticket, so she probably gonna be the same shit. She'll be nervous.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. In terms of confidence, I'm feeling pretty confident. Just stick to the plan. Yeah, if I execute, I think I'll be all right.
Okay.
Execute, keep my hands up. It's like my big thing. I drop my hands a lot, so just keep my hands up.
You
Protect
better
You
keep
better not
them
drop
in.
your
Yeah,
hands.
for real.
What
man.
the
It's
fuck?
It's just a habit.
Damn, and this is one of the episodes I wish AJ was here because he would know what movie I'm talking about. But there was a basketball movie where they put like the hot and cold shit under his armpits so he wouldn't drop his hands. That's what we need to do with you, bro.
It be like that sometimes. So if I
I don't know
stick
what
to the
movie that
game
is,
plan, we'll be all right.
So what's your celebration when you win?
I don't know. When I won the tournament, I didn't really have a celebration. It was just like cool.
You got to do the hurt back and then start twerking.
Not at all. My thing is, I don't know, man. Like it depends on how I would win. So if I like had a knockout or something, I might get like a celebration. But if I won by like decision,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I
Bro,
would celebrate.
please just do the hurt back.
I'm not.
You've seen it,
you know what I'm
right?
saying? That's not really my thing. Like when I do something good, I'm just like, all right,
Yeah.
I did something good. Cool.
Yeah. I'm fully moved into my place, still unpacking here and there, and of course, y'all boys know I've been struggling with space, so I've been trying to figure out what the fuck to do with all my shoes and whatnot, as well as some other shit. But it feels good to not have to stress about finding a new place and going back and forth between the old place and new place, moving shit. So,
Do
that
you
feels
feel
good.
like you have that much like less space than before?
bro, so it's about.
I was gonna ask that.
I think it's about like 100 or some, or close to 200 square feet less. But y'all know the last place it had like a study area.
Yeah.
So that was like a whole other room right there. And the closet in our bedroom was way bigger. So now it's like half the closet size. And
Did you have a
then-
walk-in before?
Yeah, I mean, this one's a walk-in too, but like I said, it's literally half the size.
Yeah.
And then the racks are only on 2 of the walls, whereas the racks on the old place were on 3 of the walls.
So are you just gonna like put in racks on all the walls? Because you
Yeah.
could go to Home Depot and just grab
Yeah.
some
We
racks.
said we were gonna put racks up, but even the way that it's oriented, it'll be kind of weird. But we gonna figure it out. The shoes is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Tatiana not gonna let me keep them in like the living room or I don't know. So
Maybe it's time to sell some shoes.
I don't know. That's tough. And like you know, I buy a lot of Adidas, and like a lot of the Adidas, they not even like no one's gonna buy them. It's either like
'Cause
I
they're
get
trash?
rid of, not that they trash,
No,
but
I'm
they're
kidding,
not
I'm
like
kidding.
worth buying. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, I mean, some of them are, but not
Yeah.
majority of them. And the ones that are worth buying, I'm not gonna be selling. So
Like the Grinches.
exactly.
How you like being in Doral though? Like you've been there for what, a week now?
Yeah, the commute to work is a lot easier.
That's surprising.
Well, it's easier if there's no accidents on Palmetto,
Mm-hmm.
and usually there are. But
Sound like 95.
yeah, exactly. But the area, there's some nicer stuff, but exactly where we are, it's a little more dead. It's like kind of
It's still
what's-
developing. Or
yeah,
not?
it's like a lot of like trucks and shit that come by. Like there's a landfill kind of close by, and like other trucks. May, who's been on the podcast before, like where she's at, like maybe a mile over there, it's a lot more popping over there.
Yeah.
But
Which isn't a bad
yeah,
drive to.
Doral's cool.
Yeah.
I told y'all, it's BBL Central. I went to a Publix that's literally right by me, and I've never seen so many fat asses on a body that doesn't usually have a fat ass. Old
not
ladies.
proportionate.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like Bug's Life out there.
Damn. That's lit.
It is.
Young Venezuelan Zaki.
You're living in a movie.
It really is. But we can get right into these topics. So first up on the list, and Lindsay, this is just for you. So in Missouri, they're bringing back physical punishment where principals can paddle students. Yeah. How like
That, well, the parents have to sign off
Yeah,
on
they
it.
give it. Yeah.
yeah, and also I guess there has to be like a witness along with the principal or whatever, all this other stuff. But as we've said several times on podcasts or on this podcast, I feel like we are moving back in time,
Oh, facts.
and it is crazy to me.
I'm not against bringing back whoopings, although I wouldn't sign off for my kid to get whooped by somebody else.
So then, which one is it?
Yeah.
No, like I'm for parents whooping their children.
Yeah,
Just
Oh,
not
for-
abusing them. But you know how like
so you're against school officials
school
doing it.
officials doing it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't let a school official whoop my child, but no, I'm for parents doing it.
I'm actually kind of surprised that you wouldn't be for someone else
For it?
whooping your child.
No, it depends on who the someone else is. Cause like growing up, like if I acted out in the neighborhood, the neighbors could pull me to the side and you know what I'm saying, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But you don't have those type of communities anymore. But then two, yeah, I'm not letting nobody beat on my children.
Yeah,
I want to know how many people are going to sign off on it. Like, once it's in effect and, like, they start getting signatures, I want to know what the final numbers are. Because that'll be interesting to see, like, what percentage of parents are like, oh, yeah, I like this idea.
yeah. And then I'm assuming y'all saw the article that had said this or whatever.
Yeah.
So was it one specific school or was it like the whole school board? Was it all of Missouri?
It was county. I think. It was
Yeah, I thought it was a
county.
county.
Okay.
I don't think it was all of Missouri.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I don't think we need to question too much. This is probably in like more of a urban area and not like your private schools and upper echelon.
I don't know.
I didn't
feel like
even
I could,
look. I feel like
I could see it at a Catholic school happening.
in a white area.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is true. A
because
Catholic
it's
school.
Missouri too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I could see that. Maybe
Okay.
we need Lindsay. Does Lindsay live in Missouri?
Yeah, she lives in
We need
Canton.
her to do like a field report. Go into the school.
I've been telling Lindsay she's been to Florida once since like I've kind of known who she is.
Yeah.
I didn't get to link with her because she was here for I think like a bachelorette party or some shit.
Wait, so who actually knows her?
Well, I think she probably followed me from Vine Days, but we
Oh,
need to get her on the pod. We've already had Matt on, who's a guest or like a number one listener.
Yeah.
And as we've said before, we're willing to have more listeners on the podcast. Y'all just got to come to South Florida. That's it. We're willing to have y'all on. But Lindsay, you definitely got to get on. Oh, we've had Michelle on. She's another, I mean, she's your cousin Luke and a
Yeah.
friend of Phil's, but also a supporter. But
Well, I need Lindsay to go into the schools and do a little news report.
I mean, she has
on-
4
on
daughters.
On behalf of Save It for the Pod.
So her daughters might be getting whooped soon.
She has how many daughters?
She has 4. 2 or 3 that like she's had, and then another one from like her new husband.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
4
hopefully
chicks.
Lindsay didn't want me putting that out, but I don't think she cares.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lindsay, if your daughters are potentially soon gonna get whooped, we want to know how you feel. So
If you're gonna
comment.
sign off on it or not.
Yes.
Just imagine your kid come home like, "How was your day? Principal spanked me." Hey, what?
Multiple times or something, or like all 4 of your kids get spanked same day.
G shit, like the principal spanked me and it hurt.
So
That couldn't be my kid.
I wonder if it's like a uniform paddle at all the schools.
It's a paddle with like 8 circles in it.
Okay.
Have
I've
you
always
seen a picture
wondered
of it?
that though. I've always
are
wondered
the
why
circles?
the paddles have circles in it. It's like
It makes it hurt more because I think the airflow comes through, so it stings.
Yeah,
more.
see, I feel like it makes it more aerodynamic.
Yeah,
They have to. That's wild to me.
that shit.
Like
hurts.
they're like, oh, let's actually put some thought into how badly this will hurt.
What's the worst thing y'all ever been beaten by?
A belt. I mean, actually, I feel like a spoon is
A
worse.
wooden spoon? Same.
Yeah, a wooden spoon might be
Same.
worse than a belt. I used to laugh when I was getting beat, and my mom would get so annoyed.
Oh yeah, so it typically
Like
be your mom.
Yeah, but it makes it so much worse. Like
Yeah.
when I'm laughing and she's like, you think this shit's fun, but then at the end, like she'd be laughing with me. She'd be like, okay, this obviously isn't working.
See, because y'all know I'm kind of quick and agile, so I was always outrunning my mom, and I'd be kind of the same way, kind of
Oh
laughing
no, there
about
was
it.
no running. For me, it was like, I mean, I ran at first,
Yeah.
but then at one point, it's like, okay, you just have to take it. Like that's it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't think my dad ever beat me.
really?
There's one time he picked me up and put me up against the wall, like off my feet. when I was really young, I want to say, I mean not really young, but when I was like, I want to say 10.
Yeah.
Had to hem you up.
Yeah.
For me, it'd be a extension cord or a switch.
Extension
Really?
cord, I feel like would hurt. Like a
Bruh,
Yeah.
extension cords hurt. Like
I've always
hell.
wondered that. Like, do you get hit by the end piece?
No, they take the
The
end piece, they
end
wrap
piece
it,
would hurt
and
worse.
they hit you with the cord part.
See, I've never been hit by an extension cord, so I've
Extension-
always wondered that.
Extension cords are worse than belts, and they leave
Well, belts,
warp
yeah,
marks.
belts. I feel like aren't too bad.
I also got abused though, like for real, like it would be considered abuse.
Yeah.
Like the whoopings that I got. So
Yeah.
belts did nothing. Like
Yeah.
I think I got a belt. My mom tried to whoop me with a belt in high school, and I laughed. And my dad came, and I think he gave me the belt, and I was like, shit, that hurt. Now when I was living with my aunt, we used to always get extension cords. My aunt threw a knife at me once actually.
Jesus.
But that's not like a punishment thing. It's not like you were bad, so I'm gonna beat you with a belt. Like a knife is. I feel like that's different.
Nah, it was like
you must
did
have
something-
pissed that person
I,
off.
No, I didn't. She asked me to cook hot dogs, and I forgot to thaw them out. So,
So she threw a knife at you.
yeah, so I tried to push the knife in between. the
Zach,
frozen-
that's not funny.
So I tried to you know, you put the knife in
Yeah, to
between
break up
frozen
the hot dog.
dogs,
Yeah,
to break
yeah.
up the hot dog. I tried to do that, and I snapped the knife, and it was like a steel knife, and it was like one of those metal knives.
It wasn't Cutco.
It was a cheap
Let me-
knife probably. And so I was like, oh, I broke the knife. She said, motherfucker, you broke the knife. She threw it at me, right? And I turned.
Wait, just the handle or the blade and everything?
no,
'Cause
nigga, the whole knife. She threw
Well,
the
if you-
knife at me.
Well, it couldn't have
and-
been
couldn't
steel
have been-
because
'cause
you're
you
not
broke it.
breaking steel, bro.
I mean, well, it was a
it
silver.
was marketed
It
as
was
steel.
Yeah.
It was a silver nail. The bitch
Gotcha.
cut. It was
Yeah,
sharp.
yeah, yeah.
And it was sharp enough to where she threw it at me and it bounced off my shoulder and cut JB in the head. Like, he still has a mark to this day.
Dang, he was the innocent one.
He got hit with a stray.
Damn.
Like, he legit got hit with a stray.
And you probably
Did
laughed
she feel
about it,
bad
too.
that she got JB
Nah,
and
I
not you?
didn't laugh about it because I was like super protective of JB.
Oh, okay.
Wait, but
And I
did
didn't like my auntie that much anyways.
but when it hit him, did she feel bad? Like, dang, I got the wrong person type thing?
Yeah, I got in more trouble. Like, I got whooped more. Like, it was my fault. But then after a while, like, you kind of figure it out. It's like, all right, I'm going to take these 2-3 whaps and then just act like it hurt. And then
Yeah.
I'll cry a little bit and then just stop
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah.
But
Not
yeah,
me.
That was it. The stench cord's probably the worst, though.
Yeah. Nah, wooden spoon was tough. The day it broke while I was getting hit by it was the happiest day of my life.
But she could have just bought another one, Zach.
I don't think they ever did, though. That's the funny
Oh.
thing.
My mom once chased me around with a broom, and like she went to go hit me with it, and I dodged it, and she hit like the stair, the like banister of the staircase.
Yeah.
And it just broke, and I felt so lucky after that.
Whoops.
Bro,
My mom used to just throw shit
you
at
think
me.
you're
like-
Phil shit?
So, like, in high school, my mom would just throw, like, shoes and shit at me. And I'm like,
Oh, I've
I could
had
see that
that.
coming. But then after a while, she got really good aim.
We actually we were like every day going to school when my mom would drop me off in elementary school. We had to do flashcards, like while she was driving. I think it might have been my brother was like moving the flashcards in the front seat while me and my sister had to like answer questions. And one day I just didn't want to do it, and can't remember what I was doing, but I complained and did some. She took off her like shoe while driving and was like, whacking me with it, and I still remember that shit to this day.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I think my last actual whooping like that was probably like freshman year when we got caught at a party.
What y'all was doing at the party?
No, it's freshman and 8th grade. We weren't supposed to go to a party. So we went to a juke party, which is a house party.
Yeah.
And my parents was out of town. And so they was just like, oh, don't leave the house. As soon as they left, bro, that night, we went to a juke party. And so my brother, Cello, who was just out the military, bro, he came up in the party, snatched us up out the, like club style. Like my brother mid-footwork, grabbed him by the collar, grabbed me by the collar, like, yo, we got to slide. Bro, we got to the crib. My parents got back home. Beat the brakes off. My pops beat the brakes off us, bro.
Not to interrupt you,
Yeah,
but I
but
swear that nigga fumbled before the end zone. All right, anyways, the podcast not going to know what we talking about, but yeah, he definitely did. All right, moving on. So Cali, they are banning the sale of new gasoline cars by the year 2035. What y'all think about that?
Cars are moving electric anyways.
Yeah.
They just getting ahead of the curve. So it's a smart move.
Sorry, he definitely did fumble.
Bro, he did.
Smart move though.
No, yeah, Cali, I mean, they're super progressive. Obviously, they're one of the states that's trying to be as environmentally friendly as possible. But it's because Julian was the one that sent it to us. I said, it's not surprising, but it is crazy to see. I mean, I would hope that I'd have a new car by 2035. But I don't know. That's because that's what 13 years away. Yeah, 13 years away. That's
12, yeah.
I don't think it's crazy to see because all the major.
No, I said it's not surprising, but it's just crazy to hear. Like,
No, I like it a lot.
So what's
Gas is dumb expensive.
because Cali, of course, in LA specifically, and other big time cities, you have a lot of rich people that like their Porsches, which Porsche does have an electric car now. They like their
got the
Lambos,
Taycan.
their Ferraris.
Yeah.
They're still gonna want and because people always want what they can't have, you're gonna have a lot of people like the car collectors that are gonna want their gasoline type cars. So
That's
are they
gonna be
gonna have to import it, or do you think like the expensive brands will still sell like newer cars?
I just think that you won't be able to buy a gas powered car in California if no other state has that rule. You can just buy the states, and gas is already ridiculously high in California anyway, so they might just put an extra tax on gas. But like, unless you apply that federally,
Yeah.
that's not
You
gonna-
don't think other states are going to start to fall in line with that?
Oh, 100%.
Some conservative, some liberal states,
Yeah,
sure, but
you
conservative
know,
states is not going
yeah,
to.
you know the South,
The South
the
is
Bible
all pickup
Belt.
trucks. What
Yeah.
I'm
The
talking
Bible
about.
Belt's not doing that shit anytime soon.
Yeah, so of course.
I mean, I could see Florida doing it.
Nah.
You don't
Florida's
think
not
so?
gonna do it. Nah.
I think I could see Florida doing
No,
it.
Florida's
Florida,
not gonna do
as
that.
long as DeSantis is governor, I don't think so. But once DeSantis is out, and maybe we get someone that's a little more liberal, then I definitely could see us making that move. But it'll be years after California does it.
Yeah.
It'll happen in our lifetime for sure.
I mean, I guess it's cool. I mean, I personally like old school cars, so I want older cars. So I'll end up driving.
But I feel like you just like cars in general, bro.
I do.
Because I seen
Like all of my favorite cars that I would want when I get
Yeah.
rich are all old school cars.
But I saw you like that one tweet. I think it was the electric Charger
Oh,
that
new
had
one's
the
fire with
synthetic
the
sound.
Yeah, that shit's fire.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm about to look it up.
That shit. I sent it in the group chat. No,
No, you didn't. You just liked it.
But you need to start sending stuff in the group chat.
I got hella. I be sending people hella shit.
Electric Charger.
That shit cold.
It was a Charger, right?
A Challenger, I think.
Okay.
Oh,
Either
Challenger.
way, that shit was nice.
That shit cold.
I mean, the sound didn't sound like a real car, but it still sounded pretty mean.
This sound it doesn't have that Hemi feel, but
oh,
it
it
has
looks sleek.
it has that like that. It
Yeah,
still has a
yeah.
roar.
Do
It
that
looks
again.
sweet.
Do that again.
No, I can't. No.
But I mean, I would like to have an electric car. I just know, well, as we get into the future, I'm sure there will be more accessible charge stations, which they're pretty
I
accessible
mean,
now.
Florida's pretty good on them.
Yeah, no, I'm saying they are pretty accessible now, but I just wouldn't want to have to install like a whole charging station, at least how they are now in my house.
Yeah.
Once I have a house. So I don't know. We'll see. But I don't care either way. As long as I have a car that can get me point A to point B and I like how it looks. I don't care if it's gas, electric, diesel, whatever. Coal, corn.
Give me a bike.
A con. So good news for us. If you have student loans, Joe Biden, he is canceling $10,000 for people making less than $150,000
125.
or 125, and then if you have a Pell Grant, it's 20,000.
Yep.
I don't even know what the Pell Grant is.
I don't either because I didn't take one out. So
I got a Pell Grant.
What is the
Pretty
Pell Grant?
sure.
But also,
I don't
why
know what
would
it is, but I think I'm pretty sure I
Yeah.
got
But
it.
why would it be less for or more for people with Pell Grants?
'Cause I think
Aren't grants you don't have to pay back? So
No, Pell Grants mean like I
you're
think
low income.
You're lower income, yeah.
But aren't grants free? So you don't have to pay it back anyway.
Some grants are free. Like it's weird.
I thought that was the difference between grants and loans.
The Pell Grants interesting. I'm pretty sure I got them though, so I have to check. Cause I remember like when I was doing they was like you qualify for a Pell Grant. I was like, oh, word, I guess.
it's just
But you didn't you?
Then
I don't know. Didn't you like? Don't they tell you whether you got to pay it back or not?
Bro, I don't remember them conversations.
Okay,
but you don't be checking
and
online?
honestly, they really don't do a good job of educating you on like
Yeah.
the
Absolutely not.
magnitude of the loan that you're taking
Yeah,
out.
absolutely.
I'm just like, oh, I'm getting school paid for. All right, cool. This is what you can get. All
Yeah.
right. Thinking like, oh, bet.
Yeah.
So did
when
they
you-
take the money out your? Out your account, but like off your balance yet? Did you? Look?
Nah,
It won't start till you won't
yeah,
see it until
doesn't-
like August or mid-December
It
because
is
you have to
August,
do
my
that.
G.
You have to, October because you'll have to do the application. So for some, if
and the
you're-
application's not out yet.
yeah, but if your employment information and your like resident information isn't
Mhm.
updated, you have to do the application. If
Um.
everything's updated, you'll get it automatically once they apply it.
Okay.
Yeah, I checked that bitch yesterday. Still the same amount.
Yeah.
Well, you just said you didn't do the application you
You said what?
You just said you didn't do the application yet.
Yeah, the application's not
So,
out yet. But
yeah.
like Phil said, I mean, I don't know if I'll have to do it or not if my employee stuff is updated in their system.
Yeah.
But the scary part is like it's good. A part of it is good. Like yes, $10,000 off of what we owe.
Yeah.
But it's like damn, student loans have been paused this whole time, and I still feel like my ass is struggling, and I haven't been paying shit for like a minute now. And it's like once that shit comes back, that's just like a whole other payment that I gotta fucking think
Didn't
about.
he also pass the like you can do 5% of your income?
Yeah. So on now it's the repayment plan instead of I think it was 20% before.
I don't know.
You know how they do the repayment plan based on like how much you make?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
it's
income-based
It's
or
income
income-driven
based.
or something like
Yeah,
that?
So now it's lower.
Okay.
The thing, honestly,
So you
though,
could just
what
do
they
that, Zach.
shoulda- what
Yeah.
they what they need to work on though is the interest rates on those loans.
It's-
That's what fucked
It's
people up.
it's 5%. I think is what passed 5% of your
Income.
monthly income.
Yeah.
That's what kills people is the interest rate. That's what's predatory about loans. It's like, brother,
Yeah,
because
because people been paying shit back for like years and years and years, and then it's like they owe more than what they even took out in the first place.
Yeah, so you've been paying for 10 years.
You've
You're
been
like,
paying for the
I had
rest of your life.
$160,000 loan and I paid $110,000. I still owe 78, 90,000. You're
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish grad school I didn't have to take that shit out, but
You know what's
I
funny
had
though?
no choice.
How the White House
Oh, bro, that
responded to all the politicians.
I
That
wanted to
was
put that. I
genius.
wanted to put that shit
Yeah.
on the.
That
thing.
was
This
genius.
you
This
seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was
yeah.
genius. Like, oh yeah, we forgave you for the. What's
Yeah.
crazy is they also forgave all them PPP loans, and then you want to complain
Yeah.
about student loan debt,
Yeah.
and that affects way more
Bro,
people
that
than
was
the top.
I was like, yo, White House is wilding, just calling these people out. Yo, we forgave, and it's like, it's not even just like 50K. It's like one
Yeah,
person
it's
was
over
like
100,000.
one person was like over $1 million.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's been plenty of politicians like over 400,000.
Yeah,
But the thing is though,
like yo, y'all, and it's always like the Republican
My thing is like
politicians.
they're like, oh, it'll affect like our
The
taxes are
taxes?
going to go higher. Well, yeah, we just gave $3 billion to Ukraine too. That's going to affect our taxes,
Yeah.
I'm sure. So my thing is like student loan goes for everybody. It's not a Republican and Democratic thing. It's an American thing, which is why the student
And I
debt
just
bubble is so
fucking
high.
hate the conservatives on Twitter that every time this conversation happens, it's like, well, I paid my student loans back. What's gonna happen with me? Like, bitch, shut your dumb ass
Yeah.
up. Like, you paid it back. Congratulations.
That's
And
it.
I'm not saying that in a dickhead way. Legitimately, congratulations to you. You did what you were supposed to do. But just because something happened for you that was predatory doesn't
Yeah.
mean it should happen to everybody else.
Yeah.
And
So-
coming out of a pandemic, like it's a lot harder for a lot of people to like
Yeah.
get jobs
And
keep
someone
jobs.
brought up a point. During segregation, black people paid all their taxes. And you know who didn't benefit and couldn't go to public parks to swim and didn't get nice communities? Okay, then. So it's like
Damn.
full
Yeah,
circle.
facts.
Look
Yeah.
at all these minority groups that have been paying their taxes and been redlined for generations, haven't been able to get good jobs for generations. Schools haven't had proper fundings for
Yeah.
generations, and all that taxes goes to the higher communities. So all those communities benefit off the backs of minorities, but then and loan debt actually affects I think minorities the most, but it affects everybody.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody has paid something for somebody else in this country. That's what taxes is for. So it's never
Yeah.
going to be equal in that regard. But if it's something for the general like the mass public, I don't see the issue. It's like this serves everybody, white, black, across the board. Unless you know what I'm saying, unless you're making guap. But if you're making guap, you should be paying off your student
Yeah.
loans. The problem is people take out these loans, they don't make enough money to pay off their loans because
Exactly.
the cost of living is high as shit, and then most of the good jobs are in cities or close to cities. They have higher rents than rural areas and suburban areas. So it's like shut the fuck up and just let the government help people out.
Exactly.
Shout out the White House for calling out the
That was
The
genius.
phonies.
Yeah, that was genius.
Well, someone that's not going to have any issue with student loans or child support or any of that shit is Nick Cannon. This nigga has been wilding as of late and just having kid after kid after kid after kid.
It's not a good idea, bro. I don't like it.
What's he on it? This is ninth? Yeah, I know he's expecting another.
I'm not sure.
This
I
is
thought
10th.
I thought it was double digits.
Oh,
This
Yeah.
is
really?
10th.
It's 10th?
This is 10th, and he's still pregnant with his 9th.
It's
Damn.
insane, bro. Like, I don't know if he's trying to just extend his family tree and have his legacy Jesus Christ, have his legacy live on forever.
I just don't think it builds good family. a good family
Exactly.
unit.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, you can't, even though you have money and resources and you can travel from point A to point B without any issue, there's only one of you and you can't put yourself in all these places at once.
Yeah, unless you got all your kids living with you in one big ass house. Which
Yeah.
you don't. That's you don't have the time.
But
Yeah.
even if you did, if
I mean,
like if you look at these Mormon homes or whatever, like if Lil Johnny has a baseball game at this time and Lil Sally has a dance recital at this time, like you're not making both of them.
yeah, but it's
So-
but it's easier if they all under one roof.
Yeah,
You can
I
figure
agree.
I doubt
You
he
can
even
figure
thinks
some
about
shit
it.
out.
I feel like he don't even think about that.
I know you just out here spreading seeds just to spread seeds. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not. It's not. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't think it's productive.
The only, honestly, I mean, the 10 kids is wild. The only person I know that got more is Antonio Cromartie.
How
You know, he's
many
at
does he have?
14.
That's
Damn.
insane.
14
bro.
with 8 different women.
That's wild. Why do y'all want all them kids?
Yeah, I don't even, bro.
That's-
Do you think it's like I want this many kids, or I just like nutting inside of the girls? But I
Oh,
mean, you have the
God.
money to buy fucking abortions,
Yeah.
Plan B, whatever.
Probably,
The latter, maybe.
yeah. I feel like they're not thinking about it. I got hella money. Like, my money's not going to run out while
Yeah.
I'm alive. It
I
might run
mean-
out while they're alive. But I don't know.
Yeah. That's weird.
What's the most amount of kids y'all think you could have?
I
Like,
could
if,
have.
if you had like money and
Well,
like money wasn't an issue.
I mean, I'm not planning on having any kids,
Yeah.
but honestly, like, I wouldn't want more than 3.
I want 3. That's all I want. I don't want
Yeah.
more than 3.
Like, if I were to have more than 3, I'd be like, damn, I gotta chill out. Like, I gotta.
I'm
Uh,
wilding.
Yeah, I think 3 is a good number. I think if like money wasn't an issue, I mean only one more, but I think 4, maybe 5.
Man, Zach's
even-
like, you know what? Fucking 10.
nah, 5. Like I couldn't do
You on
more
your
than
Nick Cannon
5.
shit.
5 would be OD.
Yeah, 3's good. Like
I would just want to have my own little starting 5. That's all. That'd be lit.
Nick
All right.
Cannon's trying to roster a whole squad,
You said what?
and Nick Cannon's trying to roster a whole team.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
bruh, folks working on a starting football team.
Facts. All right, 15 bricks of cocaine wash up on the Missouri shore, and then a man was arrested trying to take some. This is the first time I'm reading that. That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
That was a trap, no?
I don't know if it was
I'm
a
pretty
trap.
sure that was a
Was
setup
it?
because he got donkey of the day.
Oh, I didn't see.
yeah.
I didn't see the. I mean, I didn't hear the donkey of the day.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
But-
it was a setup.
15
But
bricks.
hold on. What would this setup possibly be? It's not illegal to fucking find shit.
It was because he didn't turn it in.
Oh,
So I think it was something like the police knew it washed up, but he didn't turn it in, which is why he got arrested.
got you. So I mean,
So it's not really a setup.
yeah.
But I think
He should have just turned it in.
But I think they knew. I forget how.
But
forget how
you
the
got
whole story-
15 bricks, where you might try to sell that shit.
And that's
gonna try to sell
that's
one.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like we always have this conversation. People always have this conversation. Like, oh, if I found these drugs, I'd sell them. I'm fucking pussy, bro. I legit don't know what I would want to do. Yes, the money would be great, but it's like, who am I gonna fucking sell this shit
Yeah,
to, bro?
but you would also have to do it immediately, or
Yeah.
else you would get arrested too. So
Yeah.
it's not like you could sit on it and think, like, do I want to turn it in?
Like
do
I
wanna sell
don't
it?
know drug niggas,
I mean,
bro.
you can
Who
sit
am I
on it.
selling that shit
Bro,
to?
You can
in
sit
Miami,
Yeah, and yes,
could
there's
find-
drug niggas everywhere, but
You could
wait,
sit
I'm
on
gonna
it.
just stand on a corner and be like, hey, I got
want a
them
brick? I
bricks.
want a brick?
I
You
got
want a
them
brick?
bricks.
You could sit on it
white 10 bricks,
and figure out, and I mean,
like a chair.
or you can just try to sell a wholesale. Just find somebody that wants a
Stupid,
wholesale.
bro.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who I'd sell. I might put it on Craigslist.
Nah, that's stupid.
Yeah,
I'm
you
kidding.
definitely getting arrested.
You
bro.
can sell off Snapchat.
I do think Phil would be the first person that I hit up. I'm gonna be like, yo, I got these bricks. What the fuck should I do with this shit, bro?
I probably could find somebody for you. No lie. I'd be like, yo, let me reach out to some people and see what I know.
Yeah, and then knowing my look,
Is
that
there
shit's
a-
just baby powder.
Yeah,
fucking
is there
packaged up.
a like a code for cocaine, like a code name you could call it, so the cops
Hannah
would know.
Montana,
So the cops would know.
Christina Aguilera?
Burger sugar.
Like
White girl?
no, they probably know about that. Like I'm trying to like you gotta.
No, I
know.
mean the police don't know regardless if you're trying to sell it, but
I guess.
I mean niggas be selling
But-
stuff off the internet all the time. You'd be alright.
Damn, but Buddy really got arrested for.
He
finding
thought-
some
he thought he
shit
was about to
and
get a-
Thought he was coming up. That's fucked
Yeah, he
up.
thought he was coming out.
Why they set my dog up?
I feel
that?
like he should be allowed to keep it and sell it.
No,
I mean, not
It's-
that,
it's
but they
still
shouldn't
illegal.
arrest his ass. What
No,
the
he should be
fuck?
allowed. Bro, he found it. Finders keepers. You learned that in elementary school.
That's facts. That's facts.
Fucking lied to us, bro.
Alright, so I seen this story last week, and it is pretty wild. But a 2-year-old, she got bit by a snake, and then she bit it back and killed it.
I didn't see that.
That's
Snake
like,
deserved it.
That's like baby Hercules.
That's hilarious, but I didn't see that.
Yeah, she and I don't know if it was a poisonous snake.
Nah, bro, I doubt it. She would have been done for.
I mean, unless they found her right away and they extracted the venom.
Nah, I didn't hear about that.
But yeah, then who put it on
No,
the
no, no,
list?
no. I
Oh,
mean, I didn't hear
Oh.
that it was a poison. Like,
Oh,
I didn't hear
gotcha,
about it
gotcha.
being poisonous.
Damn, but you know that baby's gonna be lit, bro. When
Yeah.
it grows up, I'm putting that baby
One of the
into
Incredibles.
Yeah, I'm definitely putting that baby into like jujitsu.
The Olympics? Oh.
Nah, jujitsu or some shit like that. Some type of martial arts.
She had a strong grip.
Bro,
Yeah.
facts.
Put
She
that bitch in
bit
a hot
that-
dog
she
eating
bit-
contest.
Bro, you fucking stupid. What's that nigga that wins every single year?
Joey Chestnut.
Yeah, Joey Chestnut. She gonna be the next Joey Chestnut
Yeah,
for real, man.
She biting snakes. She gonna get.
Glizzy
Right?
Gobbler.
I don't
Bro,
wanna say that 'cause
chill.
it's legit.
It's
I
a
didn't-
2-year-old,
that's
Zach.
why-
I
That's why I
wasn't.
stopped.
I was
Zach.
literally like
Bro,
not.
you are a sick fuck.
in the literal sense of
You
glizzy
gotta- you gotta
gobbler,
stop.
not
You
the
gotta stop.
sexual act, bro.
Oh, Jesus.
My fault. Listeners knew what I meant. Anyways,
Sure.
moving
You're
on.
getting canceled.
Phil's question of the week. What's your question, bro?
Oh, what was the
You don't even know.
No, it's what was your biggest heartbreak?
No, it's
That
not. It's
is
not the
not
question.
the question.
question?
What did you learn from your last heartbreak?
I was
Nah,
close.
you don't know.
I
He
put
said,
the-
I was close.
I put the question on there so the nigga can read it. I'm not
Bro,
reading the
it's your question.
but
of
you're the
week.
moderator. You can still ask it. We do this
no,
every week.
nigga. It sounds
you know
better.
what? It should turn into a game. Like this Phil didn't even know his own question this week.
I put the question on there for you to read, not for me to memorize it.
Okay, so what did you learn from your last heartbreak?
That is the question of the week.
Oh gosh, from my I only had one heartbreak.
Well, what'd you learn from it, nigga?
Actually, that's not true. I had 2 heartbreaks.
Well, what'd you learn
Or
from
one
your last
one only lasted like a day.
That was
Is that a heartbreak then?
Nah.
Okay, but the other one lasted probably like a year. I mean, I feel like it's gonna sound real cynical to be like, dang, you really gotta like consider who you trust or who you put your trust into. Because I feel like that's the answer that a lot of people are gonna say. But my ex, the one who I'm talking about, was like, oh, you don't gotta worry about this person because it was her friend, and now they're married.
That's always the person you worry about.
Yeah.
Whenever they
So
say
we
don't
were-
worry,
yeah,
always
we
do.
Did you make a big deal of it at first?
I didn't make. Well, no. It was like they were friends. Then we broke up, and then like a year later they got together.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you didn't
I
have
thought
to worry about that person then?
I didn't. I didn't have to worry about the person, but at the same time, I'm like, damn. I remember like her telling me like, oh, you don't have to worry about this person.
Yeah.
And then like we break up, and a year later, like you with him, and now they're married. I mean, like they only got married like 2 months ago or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's
But
like
yeah.
a year later, that's kind of different.
Yeah.
They
But-
always say that the girl has the next nigga in mind. I try not to think about that because it hurts
'Cause
my
you'll kill
feelings.
yourself.
Yeah, but do y'all
Does he rather kill himself?
do y'all think y'all girl has the next person in mind?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Good.
I don't think so. Well, I mean, she's been telling me like she sees me as the person she's gonna marry. So
Yeah.
I would
That's beautiful.
Think
What would
the
you
answer
do
is
if
no.
she proposed to you, bro?
Say yes.
if she proposed to me, I'd be like, hey yo, not right now.
Why not?
In front of all these people. I don't
Nigga,
know.
you didn't answer my question. You changed it.
Oh, sorry. I haven't really had any heartbreaks, but my last relationship, I cheated on her. That was the only girl that I ever cheated on.
Oh, so
That's
what
not
did
the
you? So what
question.
did you learn from breaking a heart?
That cheating is not nice, and I shouldn't do that shit, bro. I actually felt like a real dickhead. Like that wasn't in my nature, but I was also a horny fuck, and we were doing long distance, and I don't know. I didn't
Well,
like
being horny
I didn't
will
like how I
do
made
shit
her
to you.
feel about cheating on her. So
Wait, you made her feel bad?
of course,
You told her that
bro.
it was her fault?
I didn't say all
You
that.
did this to yourself.
Damn.
I didn't say all
Yo,
that.
Zach, you're wild.
I actually told a girl one time, I was like, you do this shit to yourself.
Bro, you a
I
dickhead for
am a
real.
dickhead.
Damn.
Oh,
So your last heartbreak?
What I learned, that you can't
Oh gosh.
like force somebody to like you as much as you like them.
mm,
So like no matter how like
that's a bar.
no matter like how much you
That is a
want it to
bar.
work, if it don't work, it's just not gonna work. And
Yeah.
sometimes you
That's the
gotta-
only good answer so far.
and you gotta let that go. So it's like for me, I had a hard time letting go because I was like, damn, this shorty like.
Do you have to let go though?
Yeah.
Because I think Tatiana would also agree to this, that I love her more than she loves me. I mean, she loves me to the maximum of what she's able to, and I love her to the maximum.
But she's not willing to kill herself. If you
Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
she's
there-
not really jump off the ship.
There's also that. But I mean, and that's something that we had to learn kind of through couples counseling and just conversations, that we love each other to our maxes. It's just my max is probably more than her max.
the therapist said that?
Yeah, but it's
No,
like
I think this is something that we kind of discovered on our own.
The therapist was like, whoa, Zach loves you so fucking much that there's...
yeah, but I
No
also
way.
think that like when I say that, it's like you know how like situationally I love each other,
Mm-hmm.
but situationally it's not the right time.
Yeah,
So it's like I see this future, you don't.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to force this
Oh.
on you.
Gotcha.
So like you have to like that was like
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
me. It was like this is what I want because this feels right.
If it'll be, it'll be.
Yeah,
type
and I'm
shit.
trying to like force the issue and I should just let it go. Just like oh well, it's not gonna work.
yeah.
So I probably learned that, and then two to
It's cause that ass was fat.
it is. That's probably true.
Yeah, that's why.
That's actually probably true.
Yeah.
And then probably to never not feel like you're not good enough. Like you know what I'm saying? As a one to like I'm a pretty confident dude, and that might have
Yeah.
been the first time in my life where I was like, damn, I'm not good
Yeah.
enough. Like so, if ever you don't feel good enough, that was like
That's how
it's
you
time for me.
know?
It's time for
Yeah.
me to bounce. Yeah.
Yeah.
When it was like no matter what I do, I just don't feel
was
good
like a
enough.
hide,
It's
I'ma head
time for
out.
me to slide. Yeah,
The
this ain't
SpongeBob
gonna work.
meme.
Yeah.
Well, good enough in what sense?
You're just not good enough. Like you just
But
not
they're-
Like nothing you
like
do,
nothing you do
yeah.
is what they're
Like
what they want.
satisfies?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're just not good enough.
Yeah.
So that was like the 2 lessons I learned. Whereas like if
Because
ever felt
I'm
like
sure
that, I'd
there's
get out of a
certain
relationship.
situations where people are like, "Damn, I don't feel good enough," and it kind of like. Not to say that this is your situation with Danny, but
Mhm.
I'm sure and sometimes you felt like inadequate, and you're like, "Oh, I got to step my shit up." Like when she called you a broke boy. Like I'm not saying that you
Yeah.
didn't feel good enough, but
But it's like it's different.
that's why I was trying to have you clarify.
Yeah. So like the good enough is like you just don't fit what they're looking for.
Yeah. Okay.
Like even though Danny called me a broke boy, I knew like she don't know what she's talking about, and I'm about to level up. That's different. But like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. I still felt like I'm good enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. It's like I don't know. It's just like as confident as I am, I didn't feel confident. So it's
Okay.
like if I ever got in a relationship where I didn't feel confident again, I'd be out.
Another thing I learned actually is, don't. Well, I shouldn't say don't do long distance, but like if you're not ready for long distance or committed
Oh,
for it,
100%.
don't do it. Other thing is, don't stay. Like if anyone's listening and they're in like high school and they're about to go out to college, and they're going their separate ways, don't try to like force that shit.
Don't.
Because I stayed close to home because I was in a relationship when I was going to college. I mean, like still, like I made friends that obviously I still talk to,
Yeah.
but like I could have gone to a better school and done something else. So,
Yup. I went to FAU because of my ex.
yeah,
You niggas
same,
is lovers.
same, bro. And I mean, I got into like FSU and UF, and
You
just
wouldn't
decided-
graduated from FSU, bro. Ain't gonna
Hey,
hold
yo,
you.
chill. Bro.
Ain't even gonna hold you.
Well, I
You almost didn't graduate from FAU. So
Yes,
I ain't gonna hold you.
wait. But that was different because I didn't apply myself.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It would have been worse
But-
at FSU because it's more hoes and it's more parties.
I mean, but maybe I also wouldn't have made friends that had like the.
Bruh, fam is right there. You definitely would have made more friends that probably would have
I
been
don't
in the
know.
mix.
I don't know.
You probably would have never became a ref, even though they have
Yeah, no, that's-
better officiating
that's probably
programs.
true.
But
But I mean, then I ended up going to UK, and I got
Yeah.
a 4.0 in grad school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm not saying you dumb. I'm just saying
No,
you didn't
were
apply
saying,
yourself.
No, you were saying I was dumb.
No, I'm saying
And
you
I
wouldn't have
don't appreciate
graduated
it.
because you wouldn't have applied
No,
yourself.
I know.
well, it sounds like the moral of this conversation
Is don't get in relationships.
there's
that
that.
love shit for the birds.
There's that, but also don't force shit.
Yeah,
That kind of sound like the theme. Don't force shit. All right, moving on. That was a good question, Phil. I appreciate
Thanks,
that.
man.
Get it off your
Even though you didn't
chest.
fucking know what.
Get it off your chest. Is there anything y'all got?
Yeah, man. Leading up to this fight, I actually hate when people be like, instead of just saying good luck, they say don't do this or don't.
Oh,
get
they try to
knocked
give you
out.
advice?
No, like they just say don't get knocked out.
Yeah.
Like I hate that. Oh, don't lose, don't get knocked out, bruh.
no
like
shit.
just say good luck and just keep it like that. Like, and I think I mentioned this a couple
Dang,
weeks
who's
ago.
been telling you that?
Well, you said I'm gonna get my face pummeled in. My
No,
boss,
no.
my,
No one said I.
my
no,
supervisor
I did not say you were
literally
gonna
was
get your
like,
face pummeled.
You
in.
did though.
No,
Didn't he say that?
No,
Or
I
he
did
said
not.
don't get your face pummeled in. Or
Yeah,
some shit.
No,
he
that's not
kinda
what I
did.
He
said.
said something along those lines. You did.
No, we were talking about like head injuries or something, and playing like I said something. It was something about basketball that AJ brought up. I can't remember what it was now, but anyway, I was like, I can't remember what I said.
Well, yeah, because we're
can't-
not getting paid, and you was like, oh, so you not getting
Oh,
paid, so you
that's
get your
what it
face
was. I was like-
pummeled in.
I was like, well,
free.
no, but even if you win, you're still gonna get hit in the face and get it pummeled.
Well, yeah, that's my. But again, but look, right.
But I'm
so-
not saying don't. I'm not saying don't get knocked out. I'm just
Yeah.
saying you're not getting paid to get smacked in the head top.
Well, no, but it's competition. It happens. But my thing is like, when people say shit to me about the fight, it's like, oh, don't get knocked out. Like, no shit.
Yeah.
My supervisor told me that, and I'm like, bruh, like, stop talking to me. He's like, oh, when's your fight? You got any fights coming up? I'm like, yeah, I actually got a fight coming up in a couple weeks, but I'm so stressed out. He's like, oh, yeah, well, don't get knocked out. I'm just saying,
You
don't
probably
get knocked
laughed
out.
about
And laughed about it. I'm like, I know, that's the goal is not to get knocked out. I mean, I'm serious. Don't get knocked out. I'm like, okay, buddy. Like,
Maybe he's been knocked out multiple times and he knows. Like he's
Maybe.
lost some brain cells.
I don't
Yeah.
know. So, anytime you talk to a fighter, just say good luck at the fight.
Yeah.
Just keep it moving. Like, niggas hate that. Or when you say, oh, man, I would have done this. Like, no, you wouldn't have because you're not in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm definitely saying that afterwards.
Yeah, and I'm saying exactly, but I'm definitely going to give my 2 cents after the fight.
Oh, facts.
Like, I would have done
I'm
this.
like, my guy, you
yeah.
kept dropping your hands. We talked about this.
Luke, you got anything to get off your chest?
I hate when people don't respond well to "Don't Get Knocked Out."
I actually hate.
Okay.
I actually
I'm
hate
kidding,
when people set up a time for people to come over and they're not ready.
Oh,
Like,
that is
that
that
gets
is
annoying.
that is
Who
true.
does that?
Luke every week 8 o'clock. Y'all be here at 8 o'clock, and then this nigga in the shower at
I'm about to take a
7:50.
shower.
Because I went to the gym at 6.
Or I'm
So
about
say
to
8:15.
beat my meat. Don't come in.
Okay, if I'm beating my meat though, that's like me time. Sometimes
Okay.
you just need a little bit of me
It's
time.
meat time.
Anyway, I was ready when you got here. When both y'all got here.
And that is true.
So I'm
Yeah.
not trying to hear shit. Okay. There's a lot of tension in this room right now.
The funny thing is, I did have a Luke-related thing to get off my chest, but at
Oh,
this
jeez.
moment in
No,
time,
no.
I can't remember
No,
what
do
it
it.
is. No, I really can't remember what it is. I'll make sure I write it down and bring it up next podcast.
Something that I did recently.
It's something that
Not respond to texts.
actually it might kind of be along these lines, because Luke always asks me, or like asks us what time we're gonna get here, and I'm never fucking late. And I feel like you should know that I'm never late at
Is
this
that what
point
it
in time.
is?
I think it was this and
Well,
something
you were
else.
also late today.
No, I wasn't. I was on
Yeah, you
time.
were.
I was on
You
time.
were
I was
probably like
sitting.
10 minutes late.
Bro, I got here. Check what time I
What
texted.
time you called me?
No, what time I texted.
7:50,
Because
right?
I was sitting in the car
You called
for a
me
little
at
bit.
8:06.
Okay, but I was standing outside for a little bit. I sent you, "Are you in the shower?" at 8:04, and I was already sitting in the car for a little bit.
Bro, sure you were.
I was here on time. Anyways,
4 minutes.
moving
late.
on.
4
Y'all
minutes
got
late. It's not that
y'all,
big of a deal.
y'all got something good. The best thing you've seen this week?
I did have something. I forgot it. Let me think.
Best thing I've seen this week. One of my coworkers from Butler texted me. Said that
Hey, so they keep it in touch.
Said that they missed me. and they
That's
hope
what's
I'm
up.
doing well.
Have they hired somebody new to replace you yet?
They have, and I don't know how like my boss feels about it, but apparently, like the people, my coworkers, the other assistant directors, are like, "Dang, we wish we had you back."
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, I'm sure my boss likes him.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the homies bought a crib. One of the homies bought a crib today. So that was the best thing I seen
Hey,
this week.
congrats to
Okay.
them.
I told him he was the leader of the group.
Bro, that shit's so funny to me, bro.
I was like, bro, you really the leader of the group?
And the thing is, there are girls that truly believe that male groups have the leaders in the group.
Soul leaders.
I mean, are there groups that probably do have a leader of the group? Potentially.
Maybe if you're in a gang or some shit, but most guy
But,
friends, there's an
yeah.
alpha male, but he's not like a leader.
Yeah.
He's just
And
like an alpha personality.
who do you think there's an alpha male in our group?
I don't. Think
I feel you the most boisterous one, but I wouldn't say you the alpha male.
I think I have an alpha personality.
I don't think our group has an alpha.
Nah,
I
I
think
don't think our
everyone's
group has
just an equal.
Yeah, no, I think we equal. I think I just have an alpha personality in terms of like my personality is very like out boisterous.
Got you.
Yeah, but no, I don't think I'm more like than anybody else. I think we all
Yeah.
just regular niggas,
Yeah.
chilling, having a good time, and personality comes out in different. Everybody's different personalities comes out in different settings. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I can agree with that.
I actually don't have a best thing this week. This week's just been so compact and busy and all that shit.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
really have a.
I'm on my semen retention, so I don't think I saw. Actually, I saw titties this week.
I
haven't
heard
done anything
Joey
this week.
Badass was just talking about that on Joe Budden's podcast,
On that semen retention until after
Yeah.
the fight.
and
Gotta-
he said he won't even like come on a chick. Like the only way he'll bust a nut is if they swallow it, or
That's
if
weird.
it's like inside.
Wait,
of
why
them.
is that?
Because he feels like that's a part of him, and why would he just waste that? But he just as a rapper and or an entertainer, he just feels more focused when he's retaining his semen.
What?
I don't get it because
Neither
I'm
do
the
I. I'm trying to-
opposite of semen retention.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get all the semen out of me as possible.
Yeah, I'm trying to drain the semen out.
Drain the
Okay.
Drain
swamp.
the swamp.
Like if I'm a cow, like you just milk the semen out of me. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm aiming for.
Facts, bro. Facts. Actually, to be on my Philly shit, probably my girl's so sexy to me. I was telling her that last night.
This guy.
We be having some great sex. Like, it is fantastic. I couldn't imagine being in a relationship where I have, like, trash-ass sex. Or if, like, I just thought I had good sex and then my girl was, like, unsatisfied. Like, we both be satisfied. And it is fantastic, like I said.
I had a boy, Zacharias.
Appreciate it.
That's the first time you had Tatiana as the best thing you've seen this week?
It really is. She's been a great wife and been holding it down at the house with setting up everything.
We've just been having great sex.
Yup. Streaming. So I'm with two niggas that never watch anything
Yeah,
outside of sports.
Fact.
So I'm probably the
This
only
ain't gonna
one
last long.
That's only I'm gonna be the one to say anything. So House of Dragons. It is the prequel to Game of Thrones. Episode 1 came out on Sunday on HBO. Game of Thrones. It's a great show. Don't get me wrong. It's a little bit slow at times, but there is a lot of action, a lot of sex scenes, a lot of dope ass shots and whatnot. House of Dragons is only episode 1. It was a little slow, but I did like the episode. Not as much action as I would like, but obviously it will definitely pick up.
Wasn't it the most watched premiere or something?
Yeah,
like
they had like 10 million viewers
That's
in
lit.
night 1
that?
on
Okay.
HBO Max.
It was
Okay.
pretty
nuts.
high.
Yeah. 2, we had Hard Knocks. Probably should have went with that one last, but Hard Knocks. It was episode 3, and now I forget the coach's name, but the Lions head coach, Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell.
He just seems like a dope ass coach. Like if I were a football player, I would definitely want to play for that nigga. And Hard Knocks, y'all haven't watched it at all, right?
No, but I want
No.
to, bro, and I keep saying I'm going to. But I've been watching so much other like football stuff, like just on ESPN,
Prepping for fantasy.
like just regular football shit. And I'm like, dang, I'm gonna watch Hard Knocks. I'm gonna watch Hard Knocks, and then I never get around to it.
Yeah. And it just has you cheering for like people that you wouldn't give a shit about. Like going into it, I'm like, I don't give a shit about the Lions. I don't want to watch this. But I'm over here cheering for Aiden Hutchinson and a bunch of like scrub ass players that are on the bubble to get cut from the team and whatnot.
But like, who are the players that are like in the limelight in the show, like the stars of the show?
Jared Goff.
Well, one, it's okay. I was gonna say Jared Goff. It's crazy that he hasn't even like he's been on camera like once, and
But
it was
yeah,
in passing.
you said like Swift wasn't really on camera that much.
Swift, they brought up a little bit. I think it might have been this past episode. Aiden Hutchinson's like the only like big player. Jamal Williams, the starting running back, he's another like starter that gets brought
Wait,
up a lot.
Jamal Williams, what?
The running back.
He's backup though.
I think he's a starter.
No.
I think him and Swift are like kind of splitting carries, but I think Jamal Williams kind of gets more carries. But
Okay,
I don't know. This
no,
upcoming
it's-
season, we'll see.
Bro, Swift is definitely the starting back.
Okay, maybe I'm mistaken, but the way they've been showing it, it seems like Jamal Williams is the starter as of right now. But anyways,
No, but that's wrong.
okay, that's fine.
No, move back. Let me see Zach real quick. That's wrong.
They have a rookie. He was a late pick out of.
Jameson?
No, he's a
Oh.
linebacker. They call him Rodrigo, and this nigga is a beast. Like if you just watch regular football or like a preseason game, you probably wouldn't notice it. But in practice, this nigga is killing it. Coach is hyping him up and whatnot. And it's just dope to see. I haven't seen Akuda. I still haven't seen what's Buddy's name from Bama that they just drafted? Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
They haven't shown him at all.
Well,
but
he's also hurt,
yeah, that
and
is
he's
true.
gonna be out until at least week 5.
Yeah.
Did
But
they put him on a PEP list? The PUP list?
I'm not
He's
sure.
on a different list. I don't know. There's 2 different injury lists. He's on the
Gotcha.
second one.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
Didn't
But-
they get Amari? Or no?
No, Amari's on the
No.
Browns.
Gotcha.
But yeah, watch Hard Knocks if you haven't. It's pretty good. And then I can't remember if I said it on the pod or if I just told y'all, but the Cardinals, they'll be the mid-season Hard Knocks team. So I'm not sure what week that will start, but that should be pretty entertaining. And then last but not least, Legacy, the true story of the LA Lakers. It is a very good docuseries, very, very good. It's kind of centered around Jerry Buss and just how he started, how he bought the franchise, built it up to what it is, how he drafted Magic and all these other players. I think they're going to get into current times, but as of right, well, it's Jerry Buss and then the entire Buss family. And it's just very, very dope seeing him come from nothing.
Dang, that's a good pun. Talking about busting and coming.
Jerry Buss comes from
yeah.
nothing, that's
so
fire.
he comes
shit
from
is
nothing, and then
Nothing. That's cum retention. Sperm retention. Nothing
he
can make
became like a fucking rocket scientist or some shit like that.
Came like a rocket.
He became rich and then just fucking bought the Magic bought the Lakers. So yeah, check that out. Moving on, music. We have a lot of music that came out today.
Facts. And I haven't listened to any of
Facts.
it.
So DJ Khaled, I like what Drake like.
Bruh, that shit's so
God
stupid.
did.
God did. It hurts my heart. He came out with God Did today, and it actually is a good album to me. I know Phil had his review, which I'm sure he's watched YouTube videos about it.
Actually, I haven't.
Facts, you haven't?
No, I've only watched reactions on a couple songs, but that's it, not the actual entire album.
Oh,
I
so
I
you
listened to the
listened
entire album. Yeah.
Okay, so what'd you think?
It was okay at best.
So I'm not saying like this is
okay to mid.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's album of the year or anything like that, but I've hated the last several Khaled albums. I haven't liked a Khaled album since I've been in like fucking high school. So I always have extremely low expectations. And this album, I think it's pretty decent. Like, I didn't hate it. I enjoyed listening to it. There's probably only like 3 songs that I skip over, and that's the Lotto and City Girl song. It's not for me. The Migos song, I skip over that one as well. And then the Juice WRLD song. Those are probably like the only 3 that I could do without. Outside of that, I like the album. I like the second song with Ross.
Bro, that's the
Wayne,
feature track.
Yeah, and then Jay-Z. Jay-Z goes on for forever.
Bro, Jay-Z verse is amazing.
Yeah, I
Like,
fuck with it.
It's
I mean, I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it is really good.
no, it's amazing. I can't get enough of it.
He's like, shut the fuck up.
It's actually like, for me, the album was top heavy, so it's like the first. Like, I like the first.
But you like
couple
top heavy
songs.
stuff.
Nah,
So I'm surprised
I'm an
you
ass
don't
man,
like
though.
this album.
No, I don't. But yeah, no. It just got kind of boring for me towards the middle. Well, like, rappers I really don't listen to, like the Nardo Wick song wasn't that great.
Yeah, but I really liked Kodak's verse on that.
I didn't like Kodak's verse on that.
Really?
Nah, but I think I think Jay-Z definitely had the best verse on the album, and like.
Well, he also had the longest verse
Was
by
it Cake?
3 or like
But I think he had the
36
longest
extra
verse because
bars.
his verse was that good.
yeah.
And like, I don't know,
I
like,
feel like all his verses are usually long.
well, because he doesn't rap often, so I feel like whenever he drops recently now, he gives you like a 3-minute verse, like 82 bars.
I think new Jay-Z's.
You didn't like These
You
Streets Know My
sleep.
Name?
Jay Z is fire. What?
I think new Jay-Z.
You didn't like These Streets Know My Name?
I don't think I remember that
Skilly
one.
Bang and Buju.
I think I
Bro,
remember.
I like every DJ Khaled album. I haven't listened to this one, but I'm sure I'm gonna
So
like it.
knowing I hated the last few and you've actually enjoyed it, I think you'll really, really, really like this album.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
well,
some
next
decent
week
ones on there.
I'll listen before next week.
But yeah, Jay Z always just, I don't know, man. Like, I just can't get over how good that verse was.
All right, then you have The Forever Story by JID, which I planned on
JID.
listening to on my way home.
It's fire. It's dope. Good Jid be rapping his ass off, but like,
I'm pretty sure it's JID.
it's
not
JID,
J. Yeah.
but people just say Jid.
Yeah.
But he
Shout
be
out
rapping
Jid.
his ass off. And like he's like a Ludacris mixed with like Andre 3000 to me.
Okay. He's part of Dreamville, right?
Yeah, he's like one of the best on him and J.
Yeah.
Cole the best.
He better be nice if you're comparing him with.
Nah, you don't listen to Jid?
No.
Listen to his album and then like he be snapping like just snap and like he like his technique in rapping is different than most other rappers. Like he got his own style, his own lane. Like the features are great. Like the album flows, like he talking about shit, but he
Yeah.
making it super creative. So like,
Definitely the last 4 people I don't listen to.
All right, you could take it over, Phil.
Then
I
you need
changed the
to-
battery.
then you need to get more musically inclined.
Yeah,
But yeah,
facts.
the Jid album is fire, and then Meechy Darko dropped Gothic Luxury. And if y'all don't know who Meechy Darko is, he is one of the guys in Flatbush Zombies. Are y'all familiar with Flatbush Zombies?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's the best dude in Flatbush Zombie, in my opinion. He's like one of the better rappers, like stylistically. So he got his dropped his album, super dope. It's like a dark, conscious album, cause like his voice is super dark and raspy. So he like just talks about a bunch of like fire shit that I can relate
Mhm.
to, but it's like dark as well. So I like dark music, which is why it's called Gothic Luxury. And then who else dropped? Oh, Larry June joint dropped. That Larry June is fire.
You listen to Larry June, Zach?
What's the name of the album? Cause
Say
it's
Larry June, Zach 5 times fast.
Larry June, Larry June, Larry June.
No,
But-
Zach at the end.
But what's his album called?
It's called Spaceships on a Blade. Bitch, you have
Yeah.
a phone?
I don't have the list in front of me, but yeah, Spaceships on the Blade. He's this. I was talking. I think I forget who I was talking to, but he's this generation's.
Is it recording? Like you flipped it or not?
Yeah, it's recording.
He's
Okay.
this generation's Currency, but mixed with Dom Kennedy.
Oh, I
Okay.
definitely wouldn't
He's
like
like
him
a combination of both in
then.
one.
I hate Currency.
So like his shit just vibes, bro. Like you can play his album like straight through and just good. Just I don't know. Like I think you'd like it.
But you know I hate Currency, bro.
But
Yeah,
you like Dom
Currency is
Kennedy.
whack.
Yeah, I do like Don Kennedy.
He doesn't sound like Currency though, because
Okay.
he's from Cali.
Gotcha.
But like the topics, he has that car. Like Currency talks about weed, rapping, and like doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Larry talks about the same thing, getting money, rapping, like taking care of your P's and Q's. But like how he puts it, you can tell he's Currency influenced, but his sound is more similar to Dom,
Okay.
and it's just dope music. Like it's
Gotcha.
just fire music.
Got you.
Did I put anybody else on there?
Yep. Roc Marciano.
On
and
The
The
Alchemist. Yes. Did y'all ever listen to that Stove God Cooks album?
Nah, I didn't. I've been meaning to though.
Bruh. One, The Alchemist is one of my favorite producers. So like anything of that Griselda X tree sound or that Alchemist sound is fire. And this project's pretty good too, from what I heard so far. I haven't gotten through the whole project and I'm still working on it.
Got you.
Rock, he can rap. He's like Griselda-esque.
Got you. Completely off topic, but as I move around, it keeps reminding myself. So I went to the doctor this morning to get my physical for basketball,
Mm-hmm.
and I got 2 shots. Bro, my whole upper body is just like fucking stiff
Wait,
as
2
shit
shots
right now.
for what?
Tetanus and pneumonia. 'Cause I
Tetanus?
haven't gotten those since like 2001.
You don't need those for part of your physical.
No, I don't. But the doctor just recommended that I got both because
Tetanus coming back?
no, but one of them I haven't gotten since I was 2001. I think it was the tetanus
Since I
shot.
was 2001.
No, since 2001.
Wait, so
and then
they have that on file still?
yeah, and then
Dang,
the
my
other
doctors don't got nothing on file.
well, the other one that she did not have on file, and I wasn't sure when I got it, and I was like, well, do you recommend I not get it? Because if I have gotten it, like, would it be bad? And she was like, no, you can go ahead and get it.
So
It's for pneumonia, and since I have asthma, she was like, I definitely recommend you getting it.
and now you can breathe
They
better.
give you a pneumonia vaccine?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you've been going to the same primary care physician for a minute then?
Nah. So I was going to, well, I've been going to U Health for University of Miami.
Uh-huh.
But first I was going to a lady in Kendall, and she was fucking ass, bro. Like, she, one, I think fucked up my prescription the first time. 2, like, I just felt like every time I saw her, she wasn't,
Like you didn't give a shit?
yeah, exactly. And then this past time, she just kept pushing my appointments back. And I'm like, yo, I need a physical by a certain date. So I'm
Yeah.
just not going to her anymore. And there's literally Lennar, which is the building right next to me at work. So I'm like, it makes sense for me to go there.
Yeah. When are our physicals due?
Like early October, I
Yeah.
think they said.
There's a minute.
You definitely need them shots with your
Me?
immune system, all that
But
shit.
I didn't
Facts.
realize that they don't check your pee anymore. Like when
Yeah,
you
they don't.
go to
Mm-mm.
get a physical.
Zach was hoping.
He
they
was
would.
like, grab my meat and tell me to call.
He's like, please check my dick. Please check my dick.
Nah, but why don't they do that? I feel
Even
like
afterwards, he was like, so y'all just not gonna check my dick?
but I
He
feel
actually
like
had his pants off in the office, like, sir, put your pants up.
sir.
Pull your pants up. He's like, oh, yeah, I didn't want me to call.
So y'all just gonna ignore that my dick's just.
Grab me.
He was holding his
that
meat in the jack off
nurse.
stance, like, I'm ready, doctor. This nigga.
No, but for real, as an adult, I feel like it matters more now than when I was a child. No?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
you're not at
facts.
the age of where testicular cancers.
Yeah, like
normal.
honestly, I know we joking, but I'm not like on some pervert shit. Like I don't care who checks my dick, a guy or girl. I don't give a fuck. Just
You gonna get hard either way.
Somebody should know.
He's like, I don't care as long
I don't
as
really
it's getting
care.
touched.
Like it's my hands on my dick, so I'm gonna get hard.
No,
He's like, they might as well finish.
no, I just want to make sure that
You're
I'm
gonna
healthy, bro.
If you're gonna touch my dick, at least.
How is it, Doc? It feel good? I'm safe. I'm good. I'm just standing strong.
Not at all. But I did like my new doctor. She did genuinely seem to care, and it's a black lady, which is always dope. So
Bro, he's gonna be like, bro.
So what
You're
you
like, so
think,
you-
Doc?
He's like, so you're just gonna leave me here with blue balls?
bro, relax. I'm not on no Deshaun shit.
Hey, look, she checking his chest, and he like, excuse me, what are you coughing for? I thought you getting ready to check my dick.
Anyways, sorry that.
Luckily,
took
you're
a-
not at prostate testing age. I don't
No,
think
I think that's soon.
we
Isn't
don't
it
start
like
testing
35?
prostate till 35. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
not that
so
age
that's soon, bro.
yet.
And I keep getting these hemorrhoids. I mean, I feel like it's got to be something.
Damn.
Anyways,
Tough.
Yeah, you
So-
gonna have to. You might have to ask them to touch your dick. Then.
You
Touch
might
your
have to
balls.
go on semen retention.
maybe, maybe.
Semen retention.
Bro,
Couldn't be
I
me.
could never. Like when people do No Nut November, I'm like, yeah.
I don't
that's
think
for
they
y'all.
actually people do that. I don't
Yeah.
think they actually do.
No, there's definitely people that do No Nut November.
I'm not lasting 2
It's
days.
same. All right, anyway, sports. So, not that I really give a shit too much about my current Lakers team, but Patrick Beverly just signed with the Lakers, and it's just funny that it's like always the players that I kind of care the least about or just don't really care for is who
And
the
why
Lakers
do they
keep signing.
keep doubling down on getting old heads?
Yeah, facts. And
Because LeBron likes
non-shooters.
playing with veterans.
Yes.
But I also think they're trying to work out that Indianapolis trade for
Miles Turner?
Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. Is it Buddy Hield? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Buddy
Yeah,
Hield.
Buddy Hield's there.
He's on Indiana. I didn't even
Yeah,
fucking
they
Yeah,
try-
he got traded. Bro, he was part of the Sabonis deal.
Yeah,
okay.
they're trying to work out that trade. So I think if that happens, I think that's why they brought Patrick Beverly
but who
over.
goes back? Who
But
goes
they,
to
they
Indiana?
would send Westbrook. They'd send
Oh,
Westbrook.
just Westbrook on like a
It'd be
contract
Westbrook.
thing?
Yeah, it'd be Westbrook and picks.
Damn.
That's what they trying to work out. Cause, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I've been reading is that they got Beverly, and then because
Yeah.
one Beverly brings the defense, the tenacity, and then he's willing to do his part. Like he don't,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He don't have to be bigger than the team.
I feel bad for Indiana if they end up with Russell.
because Indiana's going. That team's not going nowhere.
No,
Yeah.
they're projected to be the worst team in the league next
yeah.
year. Actually,
So you get off a bad contract. Indiana pick up a contract for 1 year, and they could probably sell some seats because it's Westbrook in his zone being the center of the
nah,
team.
he's not gonna be Halliburton is gonna be the center of the team.
Maybe. I don't know, but that's what they trying to do. They trying to, but that's what early reports.
That's what
say.
they're building around. Actually, it's gonna be Halliburton.
Yeah, that they're trying to get that. If they get that Indiana deal off, that's gonna be a nice team.
Yeah.
But if that's a big if.
Well, since LeBron has joined the team, I've been saying they've been surrounding him with non-shooters. Like this nigga hasn't had any type of shooters.
Well, Miles
still-
Turner's a big who can shoot.
Yeah,
he can hit
but
threes.
you get
Yeah,
Buddy
but he's
Hield.
not someone that's gonna be like a
No,
big time
no.
threat or
He's not.
anything.
Yeah, he's not gonna be a.
But you don't even need that. He gives you defense, interior
Yeah.
scoring. He gives you so much more stuff. It can take the load off LeBron.
Yeah.
And Buddy Hield can get you a bucket, like, and it just
Oh,
works.
Buddy Hield is the 3-point shooter.
Yeah,
that
it's
they-
a bigger team,
volume
so
three-point
AD
shooter.
AD don't always have to bang because he's soft and tender.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's gonna be able to go back to playing the 4.
yeah. So they get that trade off. What y'all feel about KD and KD back in Brooklyn?
Honestly, I wanted to see him on a new team,
Yeah,
but
same.
so I know Ben obviously will be there. KD will be there. Kyrie for sure staying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guess
Both of them.
if they don't win it this year, then
They're gonna blow it up. But
Yeah.
I honestly thought they should have blown it up.
We'll see what happens.
But it's good because I didn't want the Raptors to lose Scotty Barnes, and a lot of people were saying that was the only way that they could get KD.
yeah.
Hey, KD ain't got that leverage you thought he had.
Fact.
That's funny. Folks say, shit, you
But
leave.
he could also sit out
He's
if
not
he
gonna
really
sit
if he
out.
really wanted to.
He's not sitting.
But
out.
yeah, no, I know they agreed. They sat down and agreed on some shit.
But again,
Anyway, next thing. Chet,
Chet, he's out with Lisa Frank injury.
shout out Lisa Frank, come on the show.
is it Liz Frank?
Yeah, Liz Frank. Lisa
Shout out
Frank
Liz
is the,
Frank.
the
Come on the show,
colorful
Liz.
ass folders that the girls had in middle school.
Shout out Liz Frank. Not related to Anne Frank.
Oh wow!
Um, But Chet's out for the season. Got injured in the pro-am. Do you think teams are gonna ask their players not to play in the
100%.
pro-am now?
100%.
Yeah. I felt like it lasted like 2 months where it was like, we kind of want our players to play in the pro-am. No one actually said that, but it was like they were fine with it, and they were like, NBA is partnering with the Drew League so that people have something to watch over the summer. Like, NBA was cool with it. I feel like that shit is going to go downhill fast now with that injury. So,
But, I mean, it's a slippery slope because niggas still need to train in the off season.
yeah.
And niggas still going to be
but they're not
playing
going to
some type of pickup.
I guess, yeah. But I feel like it just has, like, now that it's in the limelight, it'll get a negative reaction because of that.
Maybe, but if it's one
But
player.
as a coach or a GM or an owner, like, you want your player to
and to
be fresh or not fresh, but be practicing over the off season. And I feel like this is
But
the
you
best
also
way
want
to
them
go.
to be available
Yeah.
more than anything.
But it could happen to anybody because it's like, do you tell players to stop playing internationally? Because Giannis and Jokic are playing internationally right now, as well as Porzingis, and he can get hurt.
Yeah.
That nigga's a walking injury. So
Yeah.
I just think I think Chet was gonna get hurt regardless at some point.
Yeah, because that man is
Because he's just
frail as
tiny
hell.
and he's not gonna be able to bang.
See, I don't know if it'll be a blanket thing, but I could definitely see in certain players' contracts or some shit like that, like not being able to participate in these types of things.
Yeah.
Also, completely off topic. I know now in the NBA they're not drug testing anymore, but y'all saw, I think it was like Draymond's wedding or some shit like that, and he just had like a bunch of wedding joints for people.
I didn't see that. But
Bro,
that's
Yeah, they
kinda
had
lit.
that
That's just-
loud pack.
Yeah, that shit's just crazy to see. I mean, it's dope. Like, players not getting drug tested and all this. They don't have to worry about that. But it's nuts. Like, I wonder what Adam Silver thinks when he sees shit like this.
He's like, oh God, what did we do?
Yeah.
Opened up a can of worms.
All right, last but not least, football is finally making its return. NFL will be back in, 2 weeks? And then college football.
September 11th.
Yes.
I'm
So
excited
in
for
2
football to be
weeks.
back
And then college football is
This
back
weekend.
this upcoming weekend.
tomorrow.
So, no. Oh, and then there was one story that I did have initially, but I didn't really get full context of it and full information. But FAMU and UNC are supposed to be playing tomorrow. But then I saw FAMU had some, like, academic ineligibility and all this type of shit. So then the game was, like, canceled.
Yeah.
And then the players were, like, boycotting the team or some shit like that until they got more information from the president of the school.
Damn.
So I don't know if that FAMU and UNC game is happening or not, but hopefully it does happen. Sucks to be training your whole off season. You're ready for week 1 and then the game is canceled. But something that Luke wanted to do is predict our team's records for the upcoming season. So hopefully we're 10-2. It'd be nice to have a 10-win season. New coach. We have a Heisman watch quarterback. We have a top pick quarterback. The only question mark really is wide receiver. But like I said, 10-2 is the consensus prediction. We play Clemson, which people think
For
is
Miami?
a loss. Yeah, Clemson loss, Texas A&M loss. But I'm saying 9-3. I feel like we always lose a game we're not supposed to lose.
Mm-hmm.
But every year I have high expectations, but this year specifically, we have a really good team and we finally have an actual head coach coaching us. So 9-3 for Miami is my prediction.
I put FAU and Kentucky on there for me. Kentucky, I think they're gonna have. I mean, looking at their schedule, I think they're gonna have one of their best seasons, and they're also supposed to be good. Like their quarterback right now is projected to be a top 10 pick, which actually is surprising because I wasn't that impressed last year by him. But I mean, I would probably say, looking at it, I was thinking 9-3 also. I think the Georgia game, the Mississippi game, and the Florida game is always tough.
Yeah.
So
But
those are
y'all always give Florida a tough time for whatever reason. UK usually ends up beating. Actually, I don't
Yeah.
know if it's usually, but y'all give them a tough
Yeah,
time.
yeah. But recently, I feel like.
Yeah.
But this year, I mean, we're better than. I mean, I think we're better than them this year.
Yeah.
And usually it's the opposite. Like they're usually the ranked team and we're the unranked team.
FAU, we never know what the fuck to expect.
Bro,
But
facts.
looking at the schedule, I mean, it's typically a pretty easy in-conference schedule. Out of conference is usually tough because we play in big dogs. But this year we don't have any like big
Facts.
dogs. So just quickly looking through the schedule, I'm thinking maybe 7-5 or 6-6. That's like best case scenario.
Yeah.
For FAU?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that too. I
Yeah.
could see losses to like UCF for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Ohio's
I mean,
usually a pretty tough team. So I
yeah.
have Ohio as a loss,
Purdue.
UCF, Purdue.
That's three.
I think UAB could be a loss, and then either the Middle Tennessee or Western Kentucky
Yeah.
game could be a loss.
I could see those two.
So
Hopefully
Phil,
we're wrong.
I mean, you a Bama fan, so
I mean, I haven't really
that-
paid
that's-
attention to college football in a while, though.
Yeah,
Because I just
but-
don't be having time.
But either way, Bama is usually a pretty
Niggas going to be nice, probably.
I mean, they still got their quarterback
Yeah.
who's a fucking Heisman
Oh,
candidate.
facts.
So
And
Yeah.
top 5 pick right
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah, they'll probably be nice again. But I haven't paid much. I've just been excited for football, bro.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Like for the first time, I don't really watch a lot of college football compared to NFL, but I'm excited for college football.
and even looking at y'all schedule this year, bro, do y'all not play Georgia?
Who?
They don't?
Kentucky plays Georgia.
No, Alabama. I don't think they play Georgia this year. Alabama might go undefeated, honestly.
They're playing in the
Yeah, facts.
SEC championship.
Yep. But that's it for that. We're obviously all ready for NFL to be back as well.
Hell yeah.
Bucks, we've been having a lot of injuries on the
On the
offensive,
offensive
line,
line, yeah.
which is frustrating, but I'm ready for the season. Dolphins, I'll be watching a lot of Dolphins games. I need to go to a Dolphins game. I haven't been to a Dolphins game since I've been a JIT.
Bro, let's go.
We need to.
Bro, I know it's preseason, but when I was looking at preseason tickets for like not even bad seats, it was like $6.
Really?
Yeah, and the you know how they do like the fees, the convenience fee or whatever for
Yeah.
online tickets. The fee was like $8, which is more than the actual
Really?
ticket.
When's their last preseason game this weekend? I mean, I wouldn't be able
They
to
played
go.
they played Eagles this weekend.
I don't know. I don't know when their last game is.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
I
able
want
to
to
go.
say no. I want to say that they do have a game this weekend.
I'm pretty sure it's the Eagles.
in Miami.
Because we had joint practices with Miami this week.
Yeah.
And then we canceled the joint practice because the Miami team got the bug.
Yeah, they got a stomach bug.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, so it should be Eagles Miami.
Yeah, tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Yep.
But I wouldn't be able to make that.
Tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
What you got going on?
I have to go to that high school reffing camp.
Oh, tits! I forgot about that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have to go, but I'm going to.
You're
go.
gonna shave?
No. I'm not,
But
unfortunately.
yeah, if anybody ever wants to watch an Eagles game this season in my house, open invite.
I don't know
I'll
if
be
I want to
watching.
watch an Eagles game.
Why?
If you
We're
put
gonna
on
be good
like
this year.
NFL Red Zone or you have
No.
multiple screens, I'll bring a TV over and we can just set up multiple TVs.
I mean, sure.
Oh, the game tomorrow is $17.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like our best bet going to a game this season that wouldn't cost a fucking arm and a leg is Texans Dolphins, November 27th.
I don't know if I want to go to watch that though.
That'd be
to
right
be
after.
completely honest
But
with
they
you.
actually have like a pretty tough skill. Like they play a lot of good teams, so we not getting any cheap.
I mean
games.
the Jets game I might go to.
Yeah, but those I feel like are usually sold out because it's a rivalry and you got so many New Yorkers down here.
yeah.
Vikings, Browns, Dolphins. I don't know if what's
What
his face
week?
will be back.
What week?
He's back week 12, isn't he?
Yeah.
So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I don't think
8,
it's-
9. Week 10.
Yeah,
So
he
that
won't be back.
could be a cheap one. Yeah, homecoming for Amari Cooper. All right, but on that note, we will end it. It's been another episode of Save It for the Pod, episode number 78. Phil, hit the drop. Peace.